I'm Craig Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me and you'll get professional help on your situation. And if you're in no contact, focused on personal growth, my workbook series, The Knowledge, will help you make changes like you've never made before. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And today we're going to be talking about how pets help with breakups. I know, you're thinking, what are these two nut jobs going to be talking about now?
Well, we all know, I don't think I've talked to anybody who didn't remember Craig's story about somebody contacting you to see how your cat is doing.
Yeah.
To tell you they miss the cat. So that is the most famous indirect direct.
And you'd be surprised how often people reach out about the cat. For some reason, it's really always about the cat. At this point, I'm wondering if cats are causing the breakups. Which ironically was a big part of the breakup with the Applebee's girl.
For you, yes.
Yeah. My cat was sleeping on her pillow and she was mad at him. And she was mad at me because he was sleeping on the pillow.
Well, you couldn't tell him not to, could you?
Well, he was
Probably
old.
Didn't understand.
He was old, and I said, well, just put a pillow out for him that he could sleep on. No, of course, that didn't work, right?
Well, see, the cat caused you a breakup. That poor cat. He sounded very cute.
He was cute.
He did sound it.
He really was.
But you're welcome to think we're a little daft. We're used to it.
But actually, this is really helpful.
Yes.
Okay, when you guys are going through something as painful as a breakup and you're looking for any answer, this is a legitimate answer.
Yes. All right. When people have just broken up and they're at their most devastated, I always ask about their support system. Who do they have? Friends they can go to, clergy people, church people, people in their apartment building they can talk to. Who do they have? So I do an inventory of what supports they have. And I always ask, I'm the dog lady. I have dogs. I've raised them for years. So I always say, do you have a dog? And lots of times people say yes, and I talk to my dog all the time, and then they go and show me a picture of the dog, and that's great. And some people say, no, I live in an apartment where I can't have a pet. I'd love to have one. Okay. So what I'm going to tell you now is it doesn't have to be a dog or a cat. It doesn't even have to be fuzzy. And this is another article. Time Magazine did one on marriage, and this was a special edition on mental health, and that's where I'm getting this material. And they reviewed the literature, literally, on this to share with you. Okay. I'm going to start out with rabbits.
I used to have a rabbit too.
I know you did.
Buster
the rabbit. In one study, a stressed out group of adults was told to pet a rabbit, a turtle, or a toy rabbit or turtle. The toys had no effect, but stroking a living creature, whether hard-shelled or furry, relieved anxiety. It worked for people regardless of whether they initially said they liked animals. So it's magical.
Yeah.
And I think the reason it's magical is that I think that any kind of contact like that stirs up the oxytocin. Now remember, that's the attachment hormone that makes us feel better.
Yep.
Okay? Crickets, of all things. Animals don't have to be cuddly to help. In a 2016 study published in the Journal of Gerontology, elderly people were given 5 crickets in a cage. All became less depressed after 8 weeks than a control group. The act of caring for a living creature seemed to make the difference. Now, I don't know. I thought crickets were cute when I was a kid. I don't know if I'd find them attractive now.
I find them so disgusting, as you could probably see by the look on my face, and I'll tell you why. I had leopard geckos. I used to have leopard geckos. I had 2 of them, and I'd have to go to the store all the time
to get
the crickets.
Yeah.
Well, this damn things used to get out of the tank all the time and escape, and you'd see these things running around your room. Oh, they're so disgusting because their body parts like fall off, and you'll see like a wing somewhere or a leg.
You had your
an
very
antenna.
own plague of locusts.
Oh, it was so gross. The idea of crickets, I would never get an animal like that could,
Well, you don't
let
have
alone
to-
a cricket as the pet.
Of course, they're easy to get because people have them to feed
Oh,
the snakes
man.
and stuff like that. But believe it or not, just having live things in the house made a difference.
Okay, well, crickets are out for me.
Okay, we won't ask you that. Horses. Among the most studied therapy animals, horses have been involved in medical treatment plans in Europe since the 1860s. I didn't know that. Activities like grooming a horse and leading one around a pen have been shown to reduce symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder in both children and adolescents. That's the one where you have flashbacks and you remember difficult things. But equine therapy is quite the big thing. And think about it, we used to depend on horses, so we had them around all the time.
Yeah.
I bet people had long chats with their horses. Yeah. Any animal likes it if you talk to them. They don't care particularly what you say.
Did the horse ever look at the people and say, "Why the long face"?
You probably... What was the awful TV show when I was young?
Mr. Ed?
Mr. Ed. Remember Mr. Ed? I used to work with someone who did imitations of Mr. Ed that were quite good. Fish. Animals can focus people's attention. When people at an Alzheimer's disease facility dined in front of aquariums with brightly colored fish, they ate more, got better nutrition, and were less prone to pacing around. They were also more attentive and less lethargic. Amazing, isn't it?
I love fish.
Yeah.
I've always had
Yeah,
fish.
you have a tank right out
I
there.
have a big tank. You can see it. I've posted a video on my Instagram with me in front of the tank a while back.
Oh,
where
did
you can
you?
see some of the fish behind me.
Oh, cool. Dogs.
I actually have baby fish right now.
Do you?
I do.
Well, we'll have
One
to
of my
see.
fish had babies. Well, two of them had babies.
Congratulations.
There's about 20 baby fish. They're in their own little tank.
You better do more sessions. You got to support the fish now. Some
More mouths to
research
feed.
suggests that when children who struggle with reading read aloud to a trained dog and a handler, they show fewer symptoms of anxiety. Their attitudes change and their skills improve, says Lisa Freeman, director of the Tufts Institute for Human-Animal Interaction. Tufts is a school in Boston that has a wonderful component of all kinds of academics, but has a big veterinary school. I also think Lisa Freeman, the name rings a bell. Anyway, it's great. Dogs are wonderful for you. The University of Tennessee has a whole social work program, I think now, geared to doing therapy with animals and people. Guinea pigs. Animals make socializing easier for kids who find it stressful, says Maggie O'Hare of Purdue University. In her study with children with autism, learned in a classroom that had a guinea pig, they were more social with their peers, smiled and laughed more, and showed reduced stress. Guinea pigs are cute, actually.
I've had guinea pigs
I
as
never had
pets
a guinea
too.
pig. Did you ever have a
And
hamster? I never had
I
a
had
hamster.
hamsters, guinea pigs, cats, dogs,
Yeah.
fish, leopard geckos,
Yep, leopard geckos.
crickets apparently,
Yeah. And
frogs.
I had frogs too. In any
I
case,
feel bad if I'm missing some of my old pets.
cats are not on this list, so I expect to hear from the cat lobby before the end of the week. But I did want to share that, and I'm serious when I say to people, do you have an animal of any kind? Can you even have a goldfish? Because I had a friend who had a goldfish that would get all excited when she came home from work. I didn't believe it. She'd also put her little finger in the water and pet the thing. Now, I didn't know you could interact with a goldfish like that, but apparently you can. So no matter where you live, there's apparently some living thing that would love to come and hang out with you. And I can tell you about dogs. You can tell them anything you want, and they will look at you attentively. They might even cock their head like they were trying to understand, but they'll never disagree, and they'll always give you a big kiss after, so you don't have to look too far for empathy.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's my story.
All right. And I could tell you, every time Margaret comes to film, she gives my dog 3 treats.
Yes, I do.
That's a behind-the-scenes note for many of you that may want to know that.
And the dog can count, I want you to know. If she only gets 2, we hear from her.
And you can see a picture of her on my Instagram too. I have posted a picture.
Lily is gorgeous. She's a big golden retriever. I think we should have her on here to give her opinion someday.
Maybe we will.
Yeah.
She's a cream colored golden retriever.
Yeah,
So.
and I'm sure she's very wise.
Well, she's been listening to us.
How
so
could she not be?
She's
right?
probably better than most of the other breakup coaches out there.
Probably.
She's heard us all the time.
And if she said, if they petted her and she gave him a big wet kiss, everybody'd feel better.
She sits and listens to my sessions all day. She knows more about breakups than just about anyone.
Well, Coach Lily, we'll bring her on one day.
Okay. Hopefully you enjoyed this and you really do think about it because it really will make you feel better.
And for all that we've made jokes, we're serious.
It does sound silly, but it really can help you feel better.
And I think the real answer is it stirs up that loving hormone, oxytocin.
Yeah. All right. So if you liked the video, put a like on there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you want to get our help personally, just go to my website, askcraig.net. Sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching and I do Skype. And Margaret is also available for Skype coaching.
I'm available for Skype coaching. Feel free to sign up. And if your guinea pig wants to make a comment, that would be most welcome.
That's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And we will talk with you soon.